Hello and welcome to this Grand Tour webinar. My name is Clemens and I'm happy to show you in the next couple of minutes the key features about this amazing product. And because I'm based here in London, I was thinking, how can I bring you the Grand Tour as close as possible? So that's why I went yesterday evening to my kids' rooms and took out their Scalextrics, and we rebuilt it a little Grand Tour here. So hopefully it helps to give you an even better understanding of this amazing product. So let me just begin with the hard facts first before we start the engines here. So the Grand Tour is, as far as I know, the idea was to kind of have a similar product as the Route 66 in Switzerland. But obviously, of course, it's Switzerland and not the United States. So it is a great product, but you don't have to be as wild as on the Route 66 or as free. So it's more like, I would say, a bit a Swiss version of it. So I think it also comes with the name Grand Tour. It's more a connoisseur thing. So it's for the ones who really want to see a lot and dive deep into the Swiss culture. So here you see a map of the Grand Tour, and what's obvious, the red line is the Grand Tour. So and I think this is one of the biggest advantages. It covers all Switzerland, or almost all Switzerland. So if you're doing the Grand Tour, 90% of Switzerland is covered, which is really great. So this makes this product a super safe bet, and this is also how we sell it. So you can't go wrong with the Grand Tour. And let me move to the next slide, which is really my favorite one in this presentation. So those little green dots are not the things you can see, the hotspots on the Grand Tour, but these are the stations where you can charge your electronic, your e-car. So the Grand Tour is a product for electronic cars, indeed, and you don't have to worry at all about running out of power. You can charge the battery like super often. And again, you can see all those dots on this map. So let me go a bit more into the details about the Grand Tour. So the total distance, so the whole round is around 1,000 miles, which is quite a lot, especially for Switzerland, as we are such a small country. You don't have to do those 1,000 miles, of course. You can split, but I will get into that very, very soon. But it gives you kind of a 7-day itinerary at least, or even more. On the Grand Tour you can see a lot of lakes. So in Switzerland we do have a lot of lakes, and the Grand Tour passes 22 of them, very, very different ones. So you have, as example, you have the Lake Zurich, which is kind of I would say very urban lake, and then you have the mountain lakes in St. Moritz and so on. So wonderful lakes. Crystal clear water guaranteed on all of them, and just great to kind of drive next to them. Then speaking about driving, we have 5 alpine passes, and those passes are really, really great. I'm going to show you a few pictures in a minute. So especially if you like to drive narrow streets and curves, it is a stunning thing. Of course, you can also maybe if you like, you can take your bicycle and climb them as well. It's a great experience as well. So 5 passes in total, and 12 UNESCO heritage sites. So it is a lot. It is a lot, as you can see. And again, you can't go wrong. But let me show you just a few impressions, a few pictures of the Grand Tour of Switzerland. So this is a picture, a photo spot. So you find those photo spots everywhere on the Grand Tour. So this is one from the Lake Zurich I just mentioned, with this wonderful boat. So and this is probably where the most of the Grand Tour starts. Then another amazing image you can see here. It goes really through this landscape. Again, a lot of lakes you will pass. Then of course the famous, very, very famous Matterhorn. mountain in Switzerland. You will also kind of almost pass it. You have to do a bit of a loop there, but Zermatt is one of the spots and the places. Yes, as I mentioned, it's 7 days or less. You can do the whole thing. 7 days is like if you drive 5 hours a day, I would say. If you have more time, it's great to kind of stay maybe a day or even longer at one particular place, enjoy the experiences there and then continue. Or you can also do like a 2-day thing or a 3-day split loop. It's really up to you, and you will also find, so every split is different characteristics, which is a great thing as well to kind of select. Then yes, you can I mean, it really it's not you can even do the Grand Tour in winter, I would say, but the best time probably is really April to October. My personal opinion, but this is really my personal thing, is October, September. October is probably the best because autumn in Switzerland is amazing, and you have less people as well. So if possible, do it in autumn, but also of course summer is great because then of course you can go for a swim on all those lakes and enjoy the summer feeling in Switzerland. Spring is also great, of course. April is an early start, but again you find less people or less cars and other people in Switzerland. Yes, so we are very proud. We are very proud of our signals. Oh, there's a spelling mistake here. Anyway, that's let me move on here. So this is these are the signals. So the Grand Tour has official signals, street signals. You will find them everywhere. So which kind of helps you, and you don't have to kind of look all the time on your smartphone or on your sat nav to see where you're going. So you'll find those brown signs. Even on the big roads and streets, so which is really great, and it helps you to kind of get the orientation. What else? Yes, let's go look a bit more into the content. So I think the big thing again is you cover the whole of Switzerland, which means in those 7 days or on those 1,000 miles, you have a tremendous amount of diversity. Switzerland is so diverse, and kind of going driving all around Switzerland shows you completely different micro worlds, I would say, and this is really one of the great things. So let me move on now to my Scalextrics here. So and yes, of course, by the way, they do work, hopefully. Just need to plug them in quickly. Here we go. Yeah, so this is a bit of a slow coach here. You can see one of the cars is a camper van. So the Grand Tour is something you can do on a camper van, with a camper van as well. And let me just remove here this. Oh, it doesn't work anyway. Let me just go on the top quickly to kind of remove this diversity tag here. So looking a bit deeper into the destination, we have here Zurich, and I think Zurich is a great starting point. You can start on everywhere, that's for sure, but Zurich is indeed a great starting point because you have the airport there, and you can make breaks whenever you like. So from Zurich you go further. You pass that wonderful Zurich Lake, and then you go into the mountain area. As you can see here, I placed 2 trains because you can also do the Grand Tour in Switzerland as well. But let's focus now on the car version. So again, you're coming from Zurich, beautiful Lake Zurich, and then you drive up the mountains to Graubünden, St. You may have heard about St. Moritz, a very famous winter destination. Not sure why this car is not moving now. Here he goes. And then from there you can go to the Zermatt region. The Zermatt region again with the famous Matterhorn. and then it brings you down from there. It brings you down to the palms. So I found this wonderful plant in our office. So this is kind of, you know, the southern region in Switzerland, Lugano, Ticino, really completely different to, of course, the mountain part, because this is really southern atmosphere there. Then from Lugano it brings you up to Geneva, Lake Geneva. Again, a complete different area compared to Lugano. French is the main language there. And from Geneva you can make the circle up to Bern, up to Basel, and then after those vibrant cities, Basel very focused on art, you can come back to Zurich. So it really is a kind of everything, or almost everything from Switzerland you can cover. Let me just unplug those two cars. Not sure what happened to this one, but anyway, maybe it needs a bit more power. So, okay, let me now move back to my slides quickly. So yes, so just to give you an idea, it's a lot of diversity. You really see a lot there. So in a nutshell, if you do the Grand Tour, even it's by the whole circle, or just or the whole loop, or just some splits, you can't go wrong. And this is I think really the key here. So I just looked into the emails we get from our clients and the questions, and the Grand Tour is really, it just works. It's just a great thing. The people find the way, so they also find the hotels on the way. So it's just great. It's a great start to get into Switzerland, and maybe then for the next time, after you having this overview, thanks to the Grand Tour, you can focus on on other points. Good. Yes, here just quickly again to make it. Show it also, not just on my Electric here on the table, but also the map. As I mentioned, start or airport, good connection in Zurich. Here, then it brings you up to the Rheinfall, to Lake Bodensee, into the Appenzell, very traditional region, wonderful landscapes, wonderful hills, and then all the way up to St. again, very famous destination, Engadin, beautiful lakes, winter destination, but also great in summer, and then down to Lugano, southern Switzerland, palm trees, again, wonderful lakes, Lugano, Locarno, and then from there back to the mountain part, back to a really beautiful pass, then to Zermatt, and from Zermatt to Lausanne, Romandy, French-speaking part of Switzerland. A great area there, especially close to the Lake Geneva. There, you can here, of course, you can go to the airport again, Geneva Airport, or you just continue the circle to Neuchâtel, and from there you can go directly to Basel if you like, or you do the loop Bern, and you go Lucerne and Vierwaldstättersee and so on. So yes, this is mainly the part, and again I'm gonna show you a bit or tell you a bit more about the circles you can do. You will find them also on our website. So we have names for those little circles. So we have a western route, which is from Zermatt to Geneva. So this is a kind of this part here to here, which is really much into. So of course you start in mountain part, and then you go to Lake Geneva with all those wine growing into this vine growing area. Or you can do, of course, the Zurich down to Lugano. So this is Zurich is here, here, and then down to Lugano, which is again more like a mountain part from St. Moritz to Lugano, and beautiful landscape next to Lake Bodensee and Appenzell. And then we also have the northern route. You can even make a circle. Let's say you go from Zurich to Bern, Neuchâtel, Basel, and then back to Zurich, which is not an official split, but it can be easy done. So as you can see, that a lot of things to see, a great guideline to see Switzerland. Do not miss anything. But if you like to do it a bit more on an individual basis, of course, this is an easy thing to do. Yes, what else do we have? No, that's pretty much it. I would say again, you will find the information online. We have a beautiful website. Let me just skip to the link. It's on grandtour.myswitzerland.com, where you find all the information, great videos, wonderful pictures. You can find the information to all those different splits. You find all the information to the things to the hotspots in those particular regions, what you shouldn't miss. You find hotels, you find restaurants on this website. So it really is the whole package. So check it out on grandtour.myswitzerland.com. Very well, so that's it for the Grand Tour. I hope you enjoyed this webinar, and if there are any questions, I'm very happy to answer them anytime. So thank you so much and have a great day.